Hello friends, welcome back to Restore You. It is Angela and I am here with something super exciting, super special, and super new. Definitely new to you and new to me because this is my first official outing as a personal shopper. I am so excited. You know how many, for those of you who have been following me, you know how I say it all the time. That is my dream. Well, I have two young ladies who happen to be subscribers, but also have become friends of mine. And they don't have the means within the towns or places that they live that I might. So they have asked me, they've given me a budget. They have asked me to shop for some things from their list. And so this is how it goes. Now, I've done this unofficially where some of you have reached out or some of my friends have reached out and said, hey, if you're out thrifting, can you look for X, Y, and Z? And for a lot of my friends that aren't necessarily crafters, those might be like a vintage tin or, if they collect something specific, I'll always keep my eye out for them, which is fun to do. But I'm always shopping for all of you. So I'm always thinking, what would my subscribers want or need that they would be yelling at me if they were watching me saying, pick this up, pick this up. So that is what I am excited to be doing today. So here's how it works. Simply, you send me a message on Etsy because that's where I check the most. I have a lot of email addresses for the different stuff that I do, and sometimes things get lost in spam. So Etsy is definitely the best route. It's to Restore You. And you say, hey girl, I got a budget of X amount of dollars. And I really would like you to shop for these things that I can't find or don't have the resources to find. You send me your list and you can prioritize it if you want. And then I go out and shop for you. And it might take me a while because I'm going to have to source this and probably go to several places. And then I charge a flat rate. It's very reasonable. It just covers my gas and my time, which you can include in that budget and tell me that, or you can say, I want it to be X amount of dollars plus your service, charge. And then I get everything together. I package it all up. I send you an invoice and you pay for shipping and off it goes to your home so that you can do all of your arts and crafts or whatnot. Maybe it is something that's like, I collect glass candy holders, or I collect flower frogs. Can you keep an eye out for those? Absolutely, I will. So this is really, really super exciting for me because I've been saying it for a long time. Now it's coming to fruition. So let's talk about these two young ladies. I have not asked their permission yet to share their names on here. I'm guessing they probably won't have a problem with it, but I'm going to ask them first. So after we shop today, I'll shoot them each a message and find out if they're okay with it. But first young lady, she has a short but long list. And let me tell you, she's very new to junk journaling, to arts and crafts in general, I believe. So she loves vintage fabric, and she said she doesn't even have enough papers to do signatures and such. So that I can help. I can actually source from what I have. And so that we can check off. We don't need to specifically look for papers, but if we find them, we can pick those up if it's within the budget. And vintage postcards, library cards, time cards, and old greeting cards. And then she also said anything related to the UK, not all of Europe, but just the UK, England, all that good stuff. So that is her list. And then the next young lady, vintage photos, which that I can also source from what I have already from my auctions and such. She has a list of books. Her number one is Edith Holden Flower Book. I know, girl, it's on all of our lists. So if I find one of those, that is the holy grail. And let me tell you, my personal shopping dream would have come true if I find one of those for her. An Audrey Hepburn book that has pictures of her. And I swear I have one, or I saw one. I don't know. So if I need to go back on my Thrifty Thursdays because I'm like, I swear I had one because I was going to do an Audrey Hepburn Breakfast at Tiffany's journal. I kept thinking about this last night and I'm like, I don't know, but we're going to try to find one of those. Christian books that have illustrations in them, books on sewing techniques, jewelry that can easily be taken apart, lace tablecloths or lace curtains, any unique paper items, old journals that I can take apart and use the pages. So I think what she's talking about is like that Paris journal. It was hardcover and it had the little piece that flapped over and it had a magnet on it. And I was going to turn that into a Paris journal. I think that's what she's talking about. They just then had the blank pages inside, I think. Vintage sewing patterns, anything sewing related, a usable measuring tape, push pins, crocheted doilies, and seed packets. And I did clarify, she said that seed packets, they didn't have to be, you know, old or antique. So that's our list. That's what we're going to do today. Now, I don't know how much I can, you know, like film as we go, but I do have this, which I never take with me. So it's going to be a little bit out of my comfort zone, but we're going to do it anyway. We're going to do the thing. But sometimes there's a really loud music in some of the thrift shops that I go to. So if I can't, I'll just do a voiceover, but I'm hoping that I can. So let's get started, and I will see you back in just a few with a recap. Okay, so I always start out in the linens aisle. Remember my linen girls? I don't know where they're at today. They're not here. I thought they said they worked on Thursdays, but I found these. This is a sheet. So is this. This is a tablecloth that I thought might work for myself for eBay. But here's the thing. They're each $3. So out of them, like if I were to shop for one of the gals that's looking for it, I would probably focus on this. So I'm going to throw this in my cart and then think about it. And I think I'll put this in the Angela pile to think about. I do that a lot too. So I'm going to grab this one and this one. And I'm just going to put them over here for a moment. And then I also found, which I think, it's like a chiffon-y silk thing. I'm working on some fabric bundles, and I want a blue one. And I've been dyeing some of my fabrics, but that's already dyed, so that'll be great. Okay, let's see. Oh, what's this? Ooh. It's like a little pouch. Super cute for $1. I don't need it, but it would make a cute journal cover. We're just gonna put it in there for the moment. Okay, let me look through this and see. I did find some curtains. Some lace curtains. That's cute. So what I do is I just kind of put them over here like that and just keep looking. I found some lace curtains. However, I wasn't a big fan. They were really, oh my goodness, look at that. Oh gosh. Hold on. Look at that. That's vintage fabric. These are all $3 too. Usually, let's see, how about that one? Now what I could do is pick these up, and if the girls say, nah, I can find a use for them. Okay, let me keep looking. I'll be right back. Okay, on the very top shelf, which of course I won't be able to reach, they have like the big coffee table books. Well, I was just gonna see if there's any Audrey up here, but I don't. Oh, but look at that. Birds. That's a big one. Okay, I'm not seeing anything up there. But we have a Christian section, so we're gonna look at that. Hang on. Okay, so I'm like 10 minutes in, and this is a new little stack. I don't know if they might have moved these from somewhere else. I think they did. They did. But anyway, this is all the music. And, oh, by the way, I did get permission to use their names. So Susie is doing a 50s journal, but she also wants to do a 70s journal. So that I thought would be cute. And I'm just going to kind of peruse through some of these, see if I find anything. Although they don't have a price, so we'll have to figure that out. But I'm just going to look through the sheet music. Like, there's lots of these books, but they're all pretty new. Yeah, so let's look at these for a second. Ugh. Feliz Navidad. Oh, and you know the other cool thing is, they do not have the music on right now, so that makes me happy. This is hard to do with one hand. Next time, maybe I'll... Kenny Chesney, you had me from Hello. Look at that one, that's cute. I'm just putting a few of these over there. Okay, Guy. Careless Hands. When's this from? Susie is the one that wanted the vintage fabric, but she also mentioned the 50s and 60s. Oh my gosh, ice castles. Totes 70s. I'll look through them and make sure they look cute. Okay, I'm gonna pop off for now, and I'll show you at the reveal what I came up with. Okay, so in the Christian book section, not really anything with illustrations. So I think we need to look at Christian kiddos. And then, see, they've done all this rearranging, and I'm all out of sorts. I did go through all the patterns that were here. Nothing really vintage. I did manage to get just one piece of sheet music, because each piece of sheet music was $1. And I'm on a budget, so I gotta really love it for Miss Susie. So now we're on to, look at all these books. Holy moly. Okay, nonfiction. There's Irma Bombeck, so maybe we can find some Audrey Hepburn. Okay, I gotta put you down so I can look. Oh, look at, there's Paris. Nobody asked for Paris. Okay, let's take a look and see what I can find. Okay, so I'm in the kids' Christian section, and I found some books. This one is super cute. Look at that mouse. And it's got like all kinds of prayers. And children's books are 75 cents, so I think we're gonna get that one. And then I found this one, Prayers for Little People. And I kind of like the illustrations, so we're gonna get that one. Let's look, I don't remember this one. That's a maybe, but this one is really cool. It's The Voyage of the Pocket Full of Patchwork Pieces. And it's got these beautiful, this is the story of how Mrs. Noah passed her time on the ark by making a quilt record of all the animals. And so I thought, I'm pretty sure Miss Tara needs this. So we're gonna get this one for sure. And then this one, I don't know, it's like, there, that just fell off, but this is beautiful. This one though is really beat up, and it has a price on it of $2, but I'm gonna get it anyway. So there we have it. They have a really nice selection of Christian books. They have a really nice selection of a lot of things, so let me pop you off for a second and get situated, and I'll be back. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. Okay, so there are a bajillion of these, so I'm gonna get some of these big ones. And then there's 2 more buckets up here, so I'm gonna take a look at those and see what I can find. Okay, so I'm getting 2 cards. You know why? Because I wanted to separate the receipts and the money, so I knew, and I forgot to bring some. So I'm gonna pick 2 cards quick. Okay, so I'm at the jewelry.
Okay.
and easy to take apart. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to search these for a minute. See what I can find. Okay, there's a line, so I thought I would just give you a quick skinny on what my cart looks like. By the way, do you notice I had to get a bit different cart because I had too much stuff. Okay, so here's what I did. Of course, we have to have my water and my moolah. This little piece over here is my stack. I'm working on a project with some reds, and so I picked up some jewelry. This little stack are, I'll show you all of this later, but things that I thought, I'm keeping it in the share pile because I think both the girls would benefit from some of these things in there, and so I don't want to put them in their cart. I can just split them up later. And then I have Susie's cart. I found some vintage hankies. I can't open the bag up, so I'm hoping they're good. And then some other goodies. I didn't fare as well with her stuff because I have a lot that I have at home for her. But then we got a lot of goodies for Tara. I found some jewelry, and I always try to look for what has the most beads. I did find a pair of vintage twist-ons. Oops, there they are. Little blingy ones that I thought would be cute. And then I just got her like 2 or 3 other strands. I'll show you all this. But all this stuff underneath here, it's like chiffon or I don't know, silky stuff. And so I decided to get that to go into my little kits that I'm making. I think they'll work. Now I'm just taking you back to the front. I'll have to shut off in a second because there's too many people here. Look at these, by the way. I have tons of vintage suitcases, but some of these are really cute. Like this one, I have one similar to it. They want $26. Look at this huge one. That would make even, like, 2 of these together would make a sweet coffee table. How much is this one? $56, but it's cool. Definitely worth 56 bucks. Put some casters on it and you have a coffee table. Or you could do 2 of them and then make a double coffee table. Very cute. Small place to live. You could make them into your drawers by just fastening one to the next, and then lift, and now you've got storage and coffee tables. I love me some vintage suitcases. Okay, guys, I'm gonna pop off. I'm gonna go check out, and I did find a couple greeting cards so that I could put their little receipts in there. And I've been in here for a long time, so it's time to go. I'll catch you up on the next spot that we go. Talk to you soon. Okay, I was trying to do this so that light would not be, the glare would not be there, but I don't think I was very successful. So I was in there a long time. I should have paid attention. I don't even know what time I left, but it is now 1:30 in the afternoon. But we did pretty good. I will, like I said, I will do a reveal at the end. Sorry, my steering wheel is in the way. But that behind my seat is all full. So we did pretty good. I did well on the Christian books, on the sewing technique patterns. I have one. I'll keep looking because maybe there might be some a little more interesting or older, but I did find one of those. Jewelry I found. This is all for Tara. I didn't really find any lace tablecloths or curtains that, in my opinion, were worthy of my friend Tara. I think they needed to be softer, maybe a little more intricate. These were just kind of basics. I did find some, I don't know if it's unique paper, but paper that I put in the split pile so that both the girls could enjoy some of those things. So I did pick up some things for both of them. I did find a couple old journals for Tara. Vintage sewing patterns, check. No doilies today, and they usually have tons, so that was weird. For Miss Susie, I passed on that sheet. On that, blue floral sheet. I just don't think it had enough. I mean, the edging of it would have been enough, but nah. I found some other, what else did I find? I found some music. I did get her some dress patterns too, because she's doing wants to do a 70s journal, and some of those were 70s, so I got some of those for her. And I can't remember what else, but I got a lot of good stuff. So on to the next shop. Okay, so change of plans. I was going to go to Hobby Lobby because I needed a couple things, but I'm bypassing that because when I was checking out, two funny stories, the gal said, do you have a passport for our other locations? And I was like, no, I didn't even know what this was. And I go there all the time. But apparently, if you go to one and then you go to another one and they punch it, then you get 20% off at the next locations. And we have 3. So I was planning to go to a Goodwill and another little, like, private, I don't know, thrift shop. I don't remember what it's even called, just right down the road here. But I thought, well, we're just going to get these girls some deals with 20% off. So that was my first change plan. Or story, I mean. And secondly, I was in line, and so what I did was, I had the pile for each girl, and then the shared pile, and then I had my own stuff. So I split it up, sort of. I just had them add the first order up, wrote it down, the second order, wrote it down, and the third order, wrote it down. And then checked out with my stuff. And I'm like, this gentleman was standing there, and he said, wow, you really got a lot of stuff today. And I said, oh yeah. I said I'm personal shopping for some friends. And I said, although some of this is for me too. And he said, wow, you should really start a business doing that. I said, that's a great idea. So off to the next location. And the other thing is, remember when I told you I was freezing and it had rained and it was cool? It is now 82 degrees. So now I'm boiling, but that's par for the course. So we will check in just a second. Okay, so update. We are now at our 3rd thrift shop. So I was misled, or misunderstood more likely. So you have to go to all 3. When you get to 3rd store, then you get your 20% off. But I did find some goodies in the last one. I just couldn't record because the music was super loud. And so I thought it best not to. But I have some fun things to show you. So, and okay, also, bummer, this sometimes, well, I don't get over here often, but there was a Joann's right next to it. So I thought, I'll swing by there. They're out of business. Totally gone. Now I'm wondering where the closest Joann's is. It's like 25 minutes away from my house. So anyway, let's go see what we can find. Okay, so this is just a little bonus. I'm popped into my favorite consignment shop, and I had my eye on something a while ago, and I want to see if it's still here. Well, it's not in the spot that it was because it's been long enough. So they do 50% off after so long, but I'm guessing that what I was looking for is not here. And now I'm not gonna remember what it was called. Oh, you guys know. Those little things that you look through, and then they have the little round dies with the negatives in them so you can look at the pictures. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I don't know what it's called. But see, what happens is it moves, everything moves over to this case when it's 50 or 80% off. But got a cute Yadro up there. And the other thing I cannot believe I did is, okay, I know there was a lot of music, but I could have still done the video and did a voiceover. I don't know what I was thinking. So we're just gonna take a spin through here real quick. I think I'll probably just take you over to the craft area and the book area. Although in the last place I bought a lot of books, and I think the girls are gonna be Super excited. I always look in this tool area just in case. Just in case I see something exciting, but I don't today. So I'm gonna pop you off. I'm gonna whip around to the other side. Okay, we're in the book section. I'm going to try to talk over the music, but we'll see. I may be doing a voiceover anyway. I'm really looking only for biographies and travel for some UK type of stuff and that Audrey Hepburn book. So, wish me luck. Here's the gardening section. Very limited. No Edith Holden. Dag nabbit. All right, let me get to the spot so I don't make you dizzy, and then I'll come back, hop back on. Okay, here's the problem with the books. They're all by author, alphabetically. I'm sorry, but I am not going through all of those books. So I need to first figure out who are some authors of those books when I have a second, and then I can maybe search. But we're gonna play. Oh my gosh, you guys. I was gonna go to Hobby Lobby to get some new beads. Perhaps some of these might work. Okay, I'm just gonna look. We're gonna try. Let me find my glasses. But look at all of this. Now, the problem with this is that it's not nearly as inexpensive as a normal thrift shop because it's consigned. And so it's after, I think, 60 days or something like that, that it is on sale. But let's look at these beads. Let's see how much they are. $5. That's not bad. Okay, let's keep looking. Those aren't really what I'm looking for. These maybe. Oh, can you see that? I'm very short. Look at those. Okay, those are, we're gonna think about those. Well, this is gonna be a lot cheaper than going to Hobby Lobby, I can tell you that. Oh, look at this. Okay, I'm not a big fan of the little chicks and the bunny yabbits, but look at those. Those would be fun. Can you see that? Those are big ones. Very boho-ish. So I'm keeping these down here so I can look at them, because let me get the ones down that I want to look at, and then we'll look at them together. Okay, I ended up with 3 bags that I think will work. All the rest of them, I was like, yeah, there was one in there that I really liked. The rest were no-goes. But for $5 a bag, why not? So let's see. I kind of wanted this. This is I think it's a close to my heart storage box, but they want $15 for it. And I'm like, nah. So, like, for the girls, I won't be, unless I find something perfect, which would have been the Audrey Hepburn book. I probably won't get anything here because it's not budget friendly when you're shopping on a budget. These are just Sizzix boxes. I always like to look up here to see what they've got. Stamping Kit Basics. Huh. Very first magnet kit. Oh, the Fashion Studio, American Girl. See, I can barely Swirl and spin art. Doggy day camp. What's this? Birdhouse. Okay, let's go down here. You can see anything I'm not. Yes, they have lots of pads of paper, but they're still expensive. And, I mean, they're not expensive, but more, we don't want to invest in the money. Oh, now what's this? Too many Christmas. Hold on, I'm dropping things. I found more beads. They're all the same. Why are these down here? I don't know. There's a lot of them. And then these are all the same. And I just paid $2.50 for a couple necklaces. That will work just fine. Corner puncher. More beads. And more beads. These are cute. They're all $5 a bag. I think I got plenty. Some stamps. I don't need any of those either. Here. Sometimes if you see something that we love and it's, look at all these stamps. Look at all these stamps. Oh, totes for it. So I know you probably want me to go through these, so I will. That's the one thing that you can be assured is that, see, now that's cute, right? That little teacup. But then there's all these other ones that are not. What are these? I'll go through this quick. Some patterns. There's some little fishies down there. See what I'm saying? They're just not. It's not my jam. Those are alphabets. Those look in bad shape, but those are more alphabets. Alphabet? Is it alphabet or alphabets? I don't know. Huh. KH got rid of a lot of her stamps. I'm not seeing anything that's floating my boat. Oh, this one's not too bad. I think I already have that.
Don't worry. I don't think it makes you nervous standing over the top of you.
No, you're fine. But you probably are wondering, like, what is she doing talking to herself?
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing a video so that I can share it with my subscribers. Yeah. That, yes, for sure. It's kind of overwhelming, isn't it?
What channel are you on?
On YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yep. Oh my gosh. All right, it is reveal time, and I was hoping that I could do this another face-to-face video, but the guys are watching a video upstairs, or a movie upstairs, and I was like, I just want to show them what I found because I got stuff to tell you, and I need to get it done. So in the last little clip, you saw that someone started visiting with me, and she's like, oh, I don't mean, you know, blah, blah, blah. And Julie and I started talking, my new friend Julie, and come to find out, she has an Etsy shop called The Suburban Pioneer with her daughter, Carmen. They do like loomed rugs, purses, anything that you could make with a loom. And she never mentioned this, but she also has these gorgeous like custom baskets on there, and they are so pretty. So if you haven't, I promised that I would give her a shout out. So Julie, hello. I hope that we connect again soon, and go check her out. And she and Carmen at the Suburban Pioneer. So we're going to start. I am going to show you kind of what I have sourced so far. I still have a few things to do, and so I'll share with you some of the things I still want to look for before I ship these out to the ladies. But this is Susie's stack. We got more over here. And just as a reminder, Susie loved vintage fabric, and she doesn't have a lot of papers to do signatures. So I'm going to go through my stash that I use when I make my kits and that kind of thing and put some papers together to her. We have not reached her budget limit, so we still have some room to play around. Vintage postcards are from, will be something I'll look for here. Library cards, time cards, and old greeting cards. So all of those, I have added a few things in that just were real handy, but I need to go through and get some fun ones for. 70s, 50s stuff, and anything from the UK. So that's what was on her list. So fabric was one of the big ones, and I thought this was, this is not necessarily vintage, but there are just some pieces that could clearly be used as vintage. It was, I think, how much was this? Well, it was free. It was less than $2, because then I bought her, and this is vintage, and this may look a little more 80s, but all of this trim I think is fabulous. It's on the bolt, you know, on a bolt. So she's getting all of that. That was $2. And then I found this big bag, which again, you know, some of it is, it's not necessarily vintage fabric, but it does look vintage, you know, like that. So that was fun. So I'm going to put all of this fabric together because I'll make this all look pretty and wrap it in a fun little package. And then to go around, along with her 70s kind of journals, Tara had asked for vintage, what are these called? Sewing patterns. And so I found some for her, but then I just got a bunch for Susie as well, because I thought they kind of looked 70s. Like, look at this. Like, is that not perfect? So, and you know what? You can have so much fun with these. And I know Susie, God bless her, I mean, she watches a lot of my videos. So I have things that she can make, or I have videos that she could then use those pieces to make. So that was important to me as well. And I know she'll appreciate that. So these I bought at the last shop where I met Julie for my shop. But along the lines of library cards and time cards, I thought these would be great. So I grabbed a stack for each of the girls to put in their packages. Guest checks. This is something that Tara had asked for. And so I shared some of those with Susie as well. And then here are just a few little, I mean, these are like travel postcards. This one isn't that terribly old, but it looks old. So I need to go find her a few oldies. These are all, I think they're all sympathy cards because they were handy, and we just did some videos on that, so I wanted her to have some of those. And this was just, I picked up 2 of these, one for each of the girls. They were 50% off. Yeah, so these were like a quarter, and I wanted them to have those. So I was really budget shopping, but I wanted to get the most for their bang for their buck. This just came out of a book that I had bought for a sale that I'm going to do, but I was like, you know what? I want to remember that I need to get some of these library cards because I have not old ones, but new ones, and I thought, well, it'd be nice for her to have an old one too. And then I found a couple of old cards. This one's kind of cool. I thought she could have a lot of fun with that. Look how cute that is. And then she has a Chihuahua, so I couldn't resist that one. And I usually never go through the cards, but remember I said I need to get 2 cards and 2 envelopes. So, or I just needed the envelopes, but I got them so that I could put the receipts in them. And then I just, you know, I had a budget and I knew how much money and cash I needed in each, so I wanted to kind of keep it so I could pay attention. I did find some old music for her. I found 2 of those. These were only $1. Did I only get 1 music? No, 2. This was not $1. This was 50 cents. But I just thought these are great. They're huge, huge books. I mean, I can't even get them on screen. That she can use for a long time for a lot of things. She can use them for her signatures, and it will be great. And then I picked up this Amana Colonies, which the Amana Colonies are in Iowa. And I thought she needed something from Iowa. So these are just really, really cute. But the reason I really bought it for her was, look at those. Fantastic, right? Lots of things she can use. And there's a vintage map and guide. I don't know. I don't know when this, I didn't find a publication date on it, I don't think. Oh, 77. So that's going to her house. And then I found a couple. This is an Ideals magazine. But again, I thought 70s, and there was so many. And I don't think I could find a date on it. They were really weird because they say like when they were like from the 30s, but then they don't have like a publication date for the specific ones. I don't know. But there's lots of cool stuff that she can use in here. Oh, door prizes. Ask where you take guests in this area. What vacation do you remember as being the best? She must have been like some tourism director or something. So I think she's really going to like that. I didn't say, like, if you're watching this, ladies, if you don't want to see everything you're getting, then click off. Well, too late now. Let's see. This is another Ideals publication. This one I got for her. It was also, I think this one was 50% off too. But I love the cover. I personally think this would make a beautiful journal cover. Even though it's a bigger book, I just think it's gorgeous. But there's all of this that she can, she could, if she has a copier, she could copy that and use it over and over again. Both of those, it's almost like a yearbook, right? But there's just some really pretty things in here. So I thought she would like that. And, she gave me a list, but we've had lots of nice conversations. So I kind of know her a little beyond just what her list was. Look at this. Aren't they gorgeous? And I do, by the way, have an entire box of these that I need to sell. I just haven't got my ducks in a row. So the best thing that I found for her thus far that was besides the vintage 70s items is this England. And it's this cute book, which would also make an awesome journal. Wishing many birthdays from her English friends at 19 Garfield Road. But it's just kind of cool. So I know she will love this. And this is kind of more along her heritage and such. So that was something that was really fun. So that's how far I've gotten so far with hers. I will do a follow-up personal shopping video when because I didn't tell you this part. When I go on my little trip. And the reason I want to get this out is because I am going on if you haven't seen the video, I will try to link it below. If I don't, I think it's in like Meet the Shrods or, you know, in our trips. But it was last year when we went to the 177-mile yard sale. And I'm going on that again with my friends who are coming here for our reunion. And we're going to spend a day shopping. So if you've watched this thus far and you're interested and you say, oh my gosh, there's things that I can't get where I'm at, reach out to me on my Etsy channel. And, you know, I'll do my best. You will see this either, you probably won't see this until Monday, and that will be on Friday that we do that. So reach out right away via a message on Etsy, which is at To Restore You. The link will be in the description. And let me know. I'll give you, you know, even more details, and we can kind of talk through it, and you can tell me what you're looking for, and I will do my very best. Now, I won't always be able to find everything, but at least if I have something to go off of, that's helpful. And we'll just kind of go from there. So one of the things, we're on to Tara. This was $2. One of the things that Tara said is that she needed a measuring tape, anything sewing. I have not opened this up yet. But there's bias tape. Oh, we got some Velcro, some iron-on patches, some really, really soft yarn. Oh my gosh, look at this. How cute is that? This is vintage. Like, I decorate with vintage packaging and such. This will be cute. I'm sure she'll find something to use that on, but these are view-through press cloths, but it looks like fabric. And this was $2. These are grommets, a great big mama size grommets. Cute. So it's just kind of a menagerie of things. I do want to, these are called tidy pins. I'm not sure how exactly they use them, but, and here's her measuring tape. I might be able to find her one better than that. That one's got a little issues there. More of those pins. Oh. They use them when they're doing upholstery. There's some cool things you could do with those. And then this little thing. So I did not get any spools of thread in there, but I think I can hook her up with those. Let's see. On her list was, obviously, we already talked about it, the vintage, or the Edith Holden book, Audrey Hepburn book, which I am bound and determined to find. The Edith Holden book, like I said, that would be the Holy Grail. Christian books, books on sewing, techniques. I don't feel like I have the Christian books here. Where did those go? Well, we'll get through what we have, but I got her a bunch of Christian books. So I just picked up this little note card for her. And then a bunch of, oh, this is for the girls to split. I have a split pile too. This is the book that I picked up for her. I thought it was so cute. And again, it was either a quarter or 50 cents. I don't know. And then some more patterns. I thought this was cute. It was Cinderella. And just so you know, this irritates me so badly that they put these right on the front. It's like, at least put it on the back. These do come off with your heat gun and or a blow dryer. So I got her 2 of these. What's this? Oh, another pattern. That one's cute. She's got all kinds of patterns. I got her 2 of these. There were actually, I think, 3 of them. But she had asked for Christian books. And I do have this book. And for some reason, I am really drawn to this. I think that the colors are just so pretty. So I thought, well, you know, maybe she might want to just procure items out of one and use another one for a journal. So like this one isn't in the very best of shape. This one is in way better shape. I don't even think that was ever opened. You hear that? So I got her 2 of those. I did find her some sewing books, which I think she's gonna love. This was so much fun. Like, I can't even tell you, and I apologize for the glare. The first one I got is called A Quick Sew Method, and this is for lingerie. No worries. You don't need to close your eyes. It's all like fine. I don't know. But what I loved about this book is that there's so much white space on it. So it could be journaling all the way around it. And I was like, well, she's going to love that. She looks so pretty. How to make undies. Little girls' undies. I couldn't resist this. I just thought it was cute. Dressing gowns. Lots of dressing gowns. So I think she'll like that one. And this is called Quick Sew. And then I picked up this one, the Complete Sewing Guide, which what I loved about this one, if you're looking for things specific for your, this is something else that I got. This goes this way. So and it's pretty long. I do this every time. It's almost 11 inches. And so these can just be folded right in half. That's brilliant. But this has got everything sewing. I think she will be able to... Oh, look at it. You got a little extra there, Tara. It just... all kinds of fun. Now, the colors were pretty... They're all this peachy color or tanny peach color. But I was like, this one's too good to not buy because of the way the pages lay. So, that's why I got that. Then I got this little lost lamb. Look at this. I think it's just so cute. And that was really, really inexpensive. I'm keeping it in here because it's fragile. So we got all of that. And then I bought her a bunch of jewelry. And her only prerequisite was that it would easily be pulled apart. So I did get her a pair of clip-on earrings because... I don't know if you know this, but I've used these in journals before. Just clip them onto your page. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything to dismantle them. I got her... I bought myself some red items because I was working on some dangles. And so I found this and I thought she would like it. But here, let me move this away so you can see. The beautiful thing about this is that not only do you get beads that you can make into dangles, you also get all this chain that you can reuse. So I think she'll like that. Now, the jewelry there, this was at the first place that I went, was $250. It was $250 a piece at all three places. But this one had the best selection. The other two, no, I didn't buy any jewelry. I thought these were beautiful. So she'll be able to use that one. These are all pearls, and they're really heavy. And all she has to do is just clip that and all of them will come off. And then I bought her another pair of clip-on earrings. So she should have some fun with that. So all of those, I could have went crazy buying her jewelry, but I was like, I better not get too crazy. And then I bought a bunch of stuff that is going to be shareable. So these I'll go in her stack too. But then I bought these, and I thought, well, there's 3 file folders, so I thought I would, give each one of them one, because why not? And I thought there's 2 of these pink file folders, so I'm going to give each one of them one. This came in a bundle of things that I bought for myself, and I was like, we're just going to, and here's another one. We're just going to do that. This is a thing of statements, not terribly old. But they are 2 pieces, and I know that Tara, and having talked to her for a long, long time, will like those, and I'm sure that Susie, just getting started, will as well, to add to her collection of things to make. This I thought was really cool. It's from 1965, and it's just a calendar, but I'm going to split that between the girls. I don't know. I just thought it was neat. It was different. This is going to go all split between the girls. I mean, this isn't old, but like I said, they don't have thrift shops in their area that they can get to, and or they just can't get out enough to, run and grab things, and I can. So I'm building up their stash for them. This will also be split between the 2 of them. can't go wrong with one of these. And no, it's not old, but it's awesome. And then this is, I use these a lot. This is just photo paper, and you see this in thrift shops all the time. And so I'm going to split that between the two of them and probably talk through some of the ways that I use them. And then look at these. And this stack is like 2 or more inches thick. So these are for the kits, but I got 2 nice big packs for the girls. And what else? Oh, I wanted some, this is all calligraphy paper, and I have been, you know, playing with calligraphy a little bit more. So I thought, well, they needed some of that, and this came with it. It's just, you know, like, not, well, it's kind of like vellum, but I thought that would be good to give them some of that. And then this I bought for my kits, but there's a lot of it. So I'm going to get them these are big pieces. So that's kind of the cool thing is when I go out and I'm looking for stuff for my kits that I do, you know, I'm willing to share, and it's not costing really anything more. Here's the rest of the guest checks. This little pack is getting split between the two of them. This is my the calligraphy book, and I'm thinking about just splitting that between them because I already have a calligraphy book. And then this one I got for myself to use for some like patriotic journals, but they're getting a big chunk of that as well. So I still have a little bit of work to do for them, and I'm going to do that on my little venture before I send these out. So I want to get, oh, and I also got these. Last thing. These are just the bases, so they don't have the little, they're hard to get apart. So there's supposed to be a little piece that you slide on top of it, and then you push it down like that, and it slides those in. But you don't need them when you're junk journaling. So they're getting some of those. Well, they're getting all of them, but so I think I did pretty good. But a couple things. Number one, I kept saying okay, and I'm gonna pop off. I don't, like, over and over when I listen back to it, I'm like, what am I doing? And then what was the other thing I was going to tell you? Oh, I remembered. It's a Viewmaster, you guys. It was driving me cray. I was like, what is that thing called? Yep, a Viewmaster. So they had 2, and one, I don't know, if you're close to my age, you probably remember. Oh, vintage fabric. I want to show you one other thing too. They used to have like, kind of like the things that Lincoln Logs came in, and it was full of Viewmaster stuff, and they had one of those. And the last time I had gone there, it was still not 50% off. So I was like, well, I'm not going to buy it, and I'll just, it is what it is. And if I go back, that will be great. If it's there, it's there. It wasn't. Then there were 2 of them. But the other thing that Miss Susie is getting, and probably Tara too, is some of this. Okay, so here's my story. I have had this, what do you call it? Hope chest since I graduated from high school. Well, in one of my moves from, I don't know, somewhere that I lived, it got locked, and it's been locked for over 20 years, and the key is inside of it, right? So we could not get it open, and I didn't want to damage it because my grandma had given it to me. Well, Dave safely opened it up this weekend, and all my precious moments were in there, and all kinds of other high school goodies and gifts, and some of the things were wrapped in this. Now, I told my mom, because my mom took the Hope chest home because she's going to upcycle it and make it beautiful into something even more spectacular that I can use. So I'm like, Mom, do you remember these? And she's like, yeah. So I think that they were hers, maybe my grandma's, I don't know. But I'm like, well, I have somebody I'm personal shopping for, and she needed vintage fabric. So voila, you're welcome. 1970s vintage daisies. Thank you, Mom and Dad. So that is that. I will split some of that up. Oh, and one other thing that I found that is for another video, but you could see it in a couple. Oh gosh, I'm gonna ruin my nice neat stack. I bought like every one of these that they had because A, I'm doing some kits with fabric, but B, these are long. Well, this one's bigger. Let's see. They're long pieces of kind of, I don't know, it's not tulle. What do you call this stuff? I don't know. I don't know what somebody used it for. Oh, you know what? I bet they used it for. I bet they had a wedding, and I bet they tied it around their chairs. I bet you 100% that was what it's for. Mm-hmm. See? Ask the girl that has the wedding venue. Or event venue. So I am going to wrap a bunch of this in their packages in this because I certainly can't use that much. And my plan was to use it for toppers and such for my Etsy sales. So cleaning up all my messes here. So they're going to get some of that as well. But that's it, you guys. And I apologize for not doing an outro with my face, but I wanted to get this done, and I thought you would appreciate seeing this. So, once again, if you're interested in me doing a little personal shopping for you, send me an Etsy message. I will give you the skinny, and you can, set your budget and tell me what you're looking for. And I just, like I said before, I just charge a flat fee for my time and gas and such, and you pay shipping, and we just have a good time with it. So until next time, friends, thank you guys for hanging out and for shopping with me, and we will see you soon. Remember to take time to just be, and we'll see ya on the next video. Cheers.